Hi fire signs, my name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your spirited messages for all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius for the month of March. So welcome to anybody who's watching me for the first time. And if you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time I do a video, which is every Saturday when you go into subscriptions. If there are 5 Saturdays in the month, I take the 4th Saturday off, which is not this month, by the way. All right, so the first card is Thinker, the next card is Come to the Edge, and the last card is Fork in the Road. So you guys, what this is telling me is that first of all, you guys think about everything over and over and over and over, and then you re-go over and re-go over and re-go over, and things have to make perfect sense for you to move on. And you are now coming to the edge where you guys are really at your jumping off point. Like you're ready for the next thing, whatever the next thing is. You guys are ready for it. And usually a lot of times what happens is something happens and you get pushed off of the edge, like an accident will happen, your job ends, something happens to make you jump off the edge, but you guys are ready. And even if you don't feel like you are, you are. The whole Thinker thing, for me, I feel like you guys, one of the reasons why you go over everything over and over again is because you guys are perfectionists. And sometimes what happens as a result of that is it leads to procrastination, which means it's really hard. You know, this is coming to the edge. You get to the edge and then you can't jump off. And a lot of times what I was saying is you get pushed off the edge. And that's what has to happen for most of us. It is scary to jump in, you know, like the whole swim, dive in. It's very hard to do, but you know what? You guys need to be around people who can help you with your confidence, help support you. And I know you guys are finding the people who can support you, which is a beautiful thing. And then Fork in the Road is upside down. So I want to dive a little bit deeper, but Fork in the Road is having more than one decision. You know, you're going to have multiple ways in which way to go. So I think like the fear of when it gets presented to you, which way am I supposed to go? Whatever way you choose, it'll be the right way. But this is saying when it's upside down, I think it's like not quite yet, like not yet, and not no never, but just not right this second. So it says indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in this place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you're making a choice, which means you must be accountable. If that choice leads to an undesirable circumstance, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. So you guys, how I was saying about, you know, you're going over things and then you like you're going to get pushed off the edge. This girl is so ready to jump and she's standing on the edge, but you know what's all around her are hearts and love. So there is love all around you, whether you believe it or not. It is true. Love, the universe, the divine, spirit, your angels, your higher power is truly, truly here to support you. And I think the fear of, you know how I was saying about the procrastination, the fear of doing it wrong, the fear of picking the wrong thing. You cannot pick the wrong thing. Whatever way you choose to go, whatever thing you pick, it is the right thing until it's not. And then what you learn is you know, if you went this way, if you know, came to the fork in the road and you went right and you decided, oh, I don't like it over here, or this isn't working out the way that I thought, guess what? You get to turn left, hard left, soft left, you pivot. And this is all about being able to pivot. And you guys, I know that fear, false evidence appearing real. It's not real. It feels real. It feels like maybe you're under the microscope, that maybe people are looking to say, ha ha. Most people are not thinking that of you. And the people who are, they are people who aren't well yet. So usually the people that point fingers, that make fun of, haha, you did it wrong, they were never going to be able to help or support you anyway. And a lot of times when people do that, they are just jealous. They wish they could do what you were doing, and they deny themselves that. And it's easier to point the finger at you. But you know how it said no decision is a decision? So I never knew this either. And I let other people choose for me because I thought other people's intuition was better than mine. I thought other people knew better than me. And you guys, I don't care what profession you're in, what way you are going, nobody knows better than you. Somebody might know the field better, the industry better, but I want to tell you this. I wrote a song years and years ago. So I wrote this song. I never wrote a song ever in my life. The first person I went to, I'm like, my God, this guy, he had his own recording studio. He must know better than me. But I got the feeling that he wasn't the right person for me. And I was right. It doesn't matter that he knew music and I didn't. He wasn't the right person for me. So then I ended up with a second person, and he was more experienced than the first person. And I thought, he must know better than me. And guess what? Once again, my gut was saying he wasn't right for me, and he wasn't. It took 3 people to get to the right person. My song got recorded. It's called Hey Cole Swindell, So Worth the Whiskey. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. Got placed in 437 Texas Roadhouse restaurants. It was the first song I ever did. But the first person I went to wasn't the right person. And the second person wasn't the right person. But the third person was. So this is all saying, just because you go in a certain direction, it doesn't mean if the first thing doesn't work out, or the first person you go to isn't the right person, it doesn't mean you're not meant to do it. This is a sign you're not meant to do it. This is a sign you're meant to find the next person. And if that person doesn't work out, then you find the next person. So just so you know, when you start something and the first person that you think, oh my God, this person knows what they're doing and they're going to help me, and then you realize they're not helping you or they can't help you, it doesn't mean you're not meant to do it. It means you're meant to find different people, just so you know. So the next one is soaring into joy. Childlike wonders fill my life. So you guys, this girl is smiling, she's floating in air. So I think you guys are going back into living out of your heart, and from a child's eyes, which is beautiful and amazing. That is your gift. Please don't let the world sabotage or take that away from you. You're looking at things through a child's eyes, which is with wonder, which is with joy, which is with love. However, it says, I enthusiastically embrace life's boundless possibilities. And it's all about chasing and taking action. So, you know, the last card was about making a decision, and this says taking action. So you guys, just go for it. Just go for it. Whatever way you choose, it's the right way. And you know, I never knew this about myself until this pandemic. But what I learned is, first of all, I was afraid to be wrong. And I gave my power away all the time. And I used to let other people make my decisions for me. And then it was one of the reasons why I did it, and I didn't know this at the time, but I could blame them if something went wrong. It's your fault. You told me to do this. So that fear, but it was just, I never wanted to do it wrong, and I never wanted to be wrong. I grew up in a place where it wasn't safe to make a mistake. And if you did something wrong, I never heard the end of it. So I operated out of that space for a really, really long time, and I didn't know it. So you guys, I think you're starting to realize it is safe for you to take the action. The universe, God, your angels, source, your higher power loves and supports you. Keep going. The right people are going to show up, but taking the action is very important for you guys right now. And it says accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. I think you guys are, I know you guys are starting to embrace the powerful force that you are. And this is like, the whole world is in your hands. It has always been. You're usually the last to know. We all are, by the way. The fear of making the mistake, the fear of going in the wrong direction has been what has held you back until now. But this reading is all about taking the risk, taking the chance, being vulnerable. And you guys, that is such a beautiful place to come from. And when you are able to do that, you inspire other people like you. You don't even know the people you affect when you do this. It's like the ripple effect. You guys are a rock throwing yourself out into the water. And then once you land, it ripples out. Who it affects? None of your business. Also, I just pulled 3 more cards and they're all purple. And I want to read to you guys about purple. Purple is all about awareness, spirituality, psychic, inner vision, wisdom, the color of the evolving soul, unconscious wisdom, collective knowledge of mankind. You guys, spirituality. You are connected to your soul on a level that most people might not ever get to. That is your gift. I'm going to tell you this right now. You see things that most people don't see and aren't able to see. It's not they won't, they can't. You have the gift. You see things that other people aren't meant to see yet. As you are able to put yourself out there, as you're able to do what you're here to do from the divine, that your spirituality, your psychic inner vision, your wisdom, people need to hear this. They really need to hear this. The worry that you guys have, it says, I am learning that worry does not change the outcome. Yes, it doesn't change the outcome, but if you guys are natural born worriers, I'm going to give you some things. I have to say, you shouldn't worry. Don't worry. And you're like, Michelle, I do worry and I don't know how to stop it. So let's work on some solutions when you do worry. What can you do when you worry? What can you do when that fear comes in? One of the things I have learned is guided meditation. They're on YouTube. That helps you get yourself out of your head. That is self-soothing. Getting out in nature, hiking, going to the beach, being outside, that's something you can do. Go walking with a friend. Do something that brings you joy, that is fun, that will help you stay out of your head. Another thing you can do, call other people, ask them how they're doing. That'll get you out of your head. Go volunteer, go help somebody else. These are all tools that will help you not worry as much. I can't make you not be a worrier. Another thing you can do is to pray to God and ask God to help direct your thoughts for kinder, loving things to come in. Feather. This is a feather. You guys, drop the hammer, pick up the feather. A feather could be a sign that you see from your angels, that you're on the right path, that the divine sees you. But being kinder and gentler with yourself. It's so easy to say, don't worry. It's so hard not to know what to do. I also have a God box. Whenever I'm worried about something, this says pray, this says let go. My girlfriends came over, we made this God box, and it was so fun. It was creative, it was an activity. Whenever I'm worried about something, or if you guys are worried about something and you can't pray about it, or you're not a prayer, send it to me. I'll put it in the God box for you. But I usually write a little letter. Dear God, please please allow, please send me. Thank you. Love, Michelle. And then I put the date on it. So my God box has gotten filled up a couple of times. So what do I do when the box gets full? Every once in a while, I go through it. I look and see whose prayers were answered, what happened. If it didn't happen yet, I put it back in. And for everything that did happen and came true, I have this little copper tin that my son got me for Christmas, and I say a prayer over all of the ones, and I light it on fire, and that's how I dissolve of it. I, burn it, and I just say a little prayer before I burn it, and then I get rid of the ashes. And this is what I do with it when it happens. So that might be a thing. If you guys don't believe in God, I think you do. But if you don't, that's okay too. You don't have to. You can believe in nature, birds, whatever it is that speaks to you. If you want to create a box, it doesn't have to be a prayer box. It could be a witch's cauldron. It could be whatever you want it to be. I don't believe this shit, but I'm going to try it anyway box. Whatever helps you let it go. So also listening to music, that's a good thing to worry less if you're not in your head as much. But getting outside, exercising, yoga, Pilates, doing that kind of stuff, slow things. Next one says friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So the divine, your angels are sending people in, and maybe these people are showing up and helping you get a little more confidence to keep going. The next card says discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. So you guys, if you are having a hard time disciplining your time or knowing what to do or how to do it, a book that I listen to, because I'm a total audio person, is called From Clutter to Clarity. So I got it on hayhouse.com, hayhouse.com. So they have audiobooks on there. And if you're watching me, you would love hayhouse.com. They have cards on there. They have really spiritual people, leaders on there. I'm going to be on there one day. You watch, you'll say, I remember seeing Michelle, and she said she's going to be with them. They'll be lucky to get me, by the way. So anyway, From Clutter to Clarity, part of that will be, they just help you break down the procrastination. They teach you how to start making lists. The follow through is the hardest part. And I know a lot of times we start off gung-ho, full speed ahead, and then it's hard to stay consistent. And it is hard to keep going when you feel like your results aren't happening quick enough. Remember when I was telling you before, you are meant to do this You are not responsible for the outcome. That is God's business. That's the divine's business. You are just meant to do it. So clutter to clarity is going to help you guys with that procrastination. It doesn't have to be perfect. Fire signs, you guys are already perfect. Thank you so much for watching. This is your sign signing off. I will see you guys next week.